Most people will never be powerful. Not because they lack intelligence, not because they lack opportunity, but because they crave permission. They want approval before action. They want applause before outcomes. They want confirmation before conviction. Power does not work like that. Power belongs to those who move without being understood. Those who calculate, observe, and wait. They act where no one else dares, and they speak only when necessary. You were taught that transparency is virtue, that openness builds trust, that explaining yourself makes you respectable. This is one of the most effective lies ever sold. Transparency is useful only for those being monitored. Those at the top are not transparent. They reveal what strengthens their position and conceal everything else. They do not apologize. They do not justify. They decide. If you are constantly explaining yourself, you are not in control. You are being audited, and every word is counted against you. Silence, on the other hand, creates absence, and absence commands attention. The world is divided into two groups: those who are visible and those who decide what visibility means. You are encouraged to join the first group, to share your journey, to show your process, to document your struggle, because struggle is harmless. Struggle keeps you busy. Struggle keeps you loud. Struggle keeps you replaceable. Power is quiet because it has nothing to prove. Those who speak about discipline are still trying to convince themselves. Those who talk about ambition are still seeking validation. Real ambition is private, because it is dangerous if revealed too early. People mistake confidence for power. Confidence is emotional. Power is structural. Confidence needs reinforcement. Power does not. This is why confident people burn out, and powerful people disappear. They are not absent because they lack presence. They are absent because their presence is deliberate. Silence is not aesthetic. It is tactical. When you speak less, your words carry more weight. When you act less frequently, your actions become harder to ignore. Scarcity is not marketing. It is positioning. The most expensive things in the world are not promoted. They are restricted. Access is the real currency, and silence controls access. The moment you explain your intentions, you give others time to react. The moment you announce your plans, you invite interference. Power does not announce. It executes. You were told to build a personal brand, to be relatable, to be authentic, to be visible. This advice is perfect for creating an audience, not for creating leverage. Audiences consume. They do not protect. Protection comes from distance, from ambiguity, from unpredictability. Predictable people are easy to manage. Unpredictable people are dangerous. This is why unpredictability is framed as instability, why silence is labeled arrogance, why privacy is called insecurity. Language is used to domesticate behavior. If you react emotionally, you are controllable. If you explain yourself publicly, you are steerable. Power requires opacity. Opacity creates asymmetry, and asymmetry creates advantage. You do not need to be liked to be obeyed. You need to be unavoidable. Avoidable people argue. Unavoidable people decide. The loudest voices in the room are rarely the ones with authority. They are performers competing for relevance. Authority does not compete. It waits. Time favors those who do not rush to be seen. Silence buys time, and time compounds power. This is not about being passive. It is about being unreadable. An unreadable person cannot be anticipated, cannot be manipulated, cannot be rushed. Silence is not empty. It is loaded. Loaded with intent. Loaded with restraint. Loaded with future action. The world rewards those who overshare, because oversharing creates vulnerability. Vulnerability creates dependence. Dependence creates control. Silence creates autonomy. Autonomy is threatening, because autonomous people do not need narratives to function. They move regardless of opinion. This is why silence feels lonely. It removes external reinforcement. It leaves only intent. And intent is heavy. Most people avoid silence because it confronts them with the gap between who they are and who they pretend to be. Noise fills that gap. Silence exposes it. Power lives in that exposure, not as motivation, not as inspiration, but as decision. Decisions do not need witnesses. They need follow-through. The people who change outcomes are rarely the ones you hear from. They are the ones you feel later, after the shift, after the move, after the structure changes. Silence is the incubation phase of power. It is where strategy matures, where timing sharpens, where exits are prepared. You do not need to announce that you are becoming dangerous. If you are becoming dangerous, it will be obvious when it matters. The mistake is believing you must be understood before you act. Understanding follows results, never the other way around. Silence is not the absence of action. It is the absence of explanation. And explanation is the tax paid by those without leverage. When the move finally happens, it will not need context, because those who matter were never confused, and those who were confused were never relevant.